I did call him the other night. I said, look, you got to take care of this, otherwise I'm sending in the troops. That's what we did.
The U.S. military has confirmed to CBS News that 500 active duty Marines are prepared to deploy if ordered to do so.
Man, let's go. Get these folks out of our country. How are you good people doing? Welcome to the channel. I am Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man, which I'm greatly appreciative of. Make sure you guys are following me on all the platforms you see above and below. Click the thumbs up button. That way my content can stay consistently recommended to you. And if and when you do subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit the bell notification in the process and select all notifications once you do that. Last but not least, do not forget to check out my other YouTube channel that's called Man, Husband, Father. I would urge all of you guys to go over there, check it out. Watch the video. Let me know what y'all think of the videos in each one of those categories, all right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know things are completely heating up, and heating up they have done. But what I like to say is that I am loving the fact, forget mobilizing the Marines. Send them on in there. Just send them in there. Send these folks a message, because apparently it's not getting through to these folks. Ladies and gentlemen, whether you believe in conspiracy or not, I do not care. It is a known, proven fact that the most people that are out there instigating this, escalating the issue, causing the chaos, a lot of them are paid agitators funded by a lot of folks. Don't even know this man, but y'all heard the name, George Soros. Plain and simple. He has done this with Antifa. He did this with the last time Trump was in power, with the summer of love and everything like that. Y'all remember that? It's the same playbook, but I hope this time Trump does it completely different. I hope he goes in there and completely blast these folks, y'all. But before I even get into my rant on this, listen to this news segment right here.
President Trump says he's prepared to deploy more troops as immigration clashes in Los Angeles now enter a fourth day. The protest began Friday after immigration officials ramped up raids in the area. CBS News' Naomi Ruckham has more.
Violent clashes in Los Angeles County as anti-ICE protesters take to the streets, with some people setting cars on fire and shooting off fireworks at police. President Donald Trump has deployed National Guard troops, bypassing California Governor Gavin Newsom.
I did call him the other night. I said, look, you got to take care of this, otherwise I'm sending in the troops. That's what we did.
Newsom and Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass have appealed to protesters for peace, while blasting the president's move as inflammatory.
I don't want people to fall into the chaos that I believe is being created by the administration.
Newsom has requested that the White House rescind the deployment of National Guard troops, calling it a serious breach of sovereignty. Meanwhile, the U.S. military has confirmed to CBS News that 500 active duty Marines are prepared to deploy if ordered to do so.
We'll send whatever we need to make sure there's law and order.
Los Angeles police say dozens of arrests have been made and multiple officers have been injured in the clashes.
This thing has gotten out of control.
It all comes as a new CBS News poll finds that 54% of Americans support the Trump administration's deportation program. For some L.A. residents, the issue hits close to home.
People are taken from their houses, from their workplaces, for no reason.
Overnight, the city of Glendale in Los Angeles County announced that it's terminating a contract to house immigration detainees. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News.
And some of y'all think that I agree with everything Trump is doing. Watch this. I do not agree. I don't agree with what President Trump is doing with the National Guard. You want to know why? I don't agree with President Trump with the National Guard. I don't agree with President Trump wanting to send the military in there. You want to know why? Because he's not sending enough. That's what I don't agree with. Nuh-uh. I don't, Yeah, y'all, yeah, exactly. Y'all thought I was about to, you really think I'm crazy? I don't think President Trump is sending enough. No. I wish to God that, see, that's why I tell y'all, you couldn't put me in a position like this. You couldn't put me in a position like this. You wanna know why? President Trump is not sending enough to me. Already from the jump. Already from the jump. I would treat this like this as war, which in my opinion it is. If I was President Trump, oh no, I'm deploying 10,000. I'm deploying 5,000 from the Army, and I'm deploying 5,000 from the Marines. Plain and simple. And everything they're going to have on them, they're going to have live rounds, and they're going to have rubber bullets. They're going to have beanbag guns. They're going to have pepper spray. Oh, get bear spray. Forget it. Get the strongest spray you can get. And I will set a goddamn curfew. Curfew is going to be at 8 o'clock. If you out on the streets at 8 o'clock around these facilities, unless you are working or something like that, but if you just out, you going to get it. Plain and simple. Ty, that's being a dictator. No. Absolutely not. If you're talking about preventing these folks from burning more businesses up, from looting, that's not no goddamn dictatorship. That's responding accordingly to what these weak jellyback governors and mayors won't do in these cities. Do y'all even have any idea that this is affecting you? When they're burning down businesses, when they're shutting down highways, you can't get to work. You're losing money. You're trying to feed your family. All because you think that these folks out here are doing something for the betterment of us? Absolutely not. They're doing nothing more than causing disruption. Here's the deal. If they never was in our house, we would not be having this conversation. If these people never was in our house, we would not be sitting here having this conversation. What do you mean by that, Ty? It's the same thing. I tell you guys, you learn so much from your own home. If you are a real man, a real father, a real husband in your home, you know good and well you will protect your home. And if I know that I stay somewhere where I know that these certain kids in the neighborhood are nothing more than bad news, if I know, everybody knows these kids are bad news in the neighborhood, right? You really think I'm gonna let those kids come in my house? If I let those kids come in my house and they start to tear up my house, whose fault is that? I let them in, right? Now these kids are in my house tearing everything up. And can you imagine if if I allow these kids to come in my house, they're tearing my house up. If my sons started saying, Dad, don't kick them out. Don't kick them out, Dad. Don't kick them out. See, if they never were in my house, I wouldn't be having this problem right now. We should have left those bad kids where they were. Some of y'all that's why it's sad that I even got to talk like this in such elementary illustrations for some folks to understand this. Want to know why? Because if I continue to let them do these things in my home is going to be destroyed. My resources are going to be exhausted. They're going to steal everything in my house. They're going to tear everything up in my house. And then guess what they're going to do? They're going to go back eventually to where they came from. But yet at the same time, what's going to be left destroyed? What's going to be left desolate? What's going to be left exhausted? My home is going to be left destroyed. My resources are going to be exhausted. And they're going to move on with all the destruction being left behind. And some folks don't even see it this way right now. Oh, it's going to eventually be cleaned up. Trump them are going to eventually get these criminals, get these illegals, these thugs out of these neighborhoods, out of the city. And guess who's going to be left to foot that bill? Guess who's going to be left to foot that bill? You are, L.A.